Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again.
But he's telling a story. He had diverticulitis, lost 2 feet of his intestines, nearly lost his life, and the doctors told him if you'd come in any later. And it's funny, as he's saying this, I need to point this out, the crowd's paying rapt attention. It's very quiet in this building. They're all listening to what Kenny has to say. And he's of course, telling a true story of how he nearly died, so he's got a lot to say, but doctor told me, Kenny, if you come in any later, you'd have been dead. And it's still very quiet in there, except one guy who goes, boo!
Yeah, that guy did not like death.
He booed the idea of Kenny dying.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I would too.
He was anti the death of Kenny.
Anti-Grim Reaper, yes. So he tells the story. The doctor said I'd be lucky to return to a normal life, let alone wrestle. I did what wrestlers do. I pushed too hard. I went back to the hospital 4 more times for weeks on end. I thought about quitting, but what purpose do I have without you people being with me? I thought, well, that's sad, Kenny, because sickness or no, one day those people will not be there for you. You'll have to find something else to get by. He tested that theory a few days ago. He said he can't be the same guy and can't do the things he used to do. Well, that's a lie. I watched him be the same guy. And my thought was, this is the same guy. I wrote down, this is the same guy. And he did pretty much everything he used to do. But he starts to say something about what this version of Kenny Omega can do when Don Callis interrupts. And Kenny surveys the situation, makes sure no one's coming through the crowd or anything. And once he realizes the coast is temporarily clear, he charges up the ramp to beat Don Callis' ass.
I just loved it because why would he stand there and watch Don talk?
Yeah, what do I care?
It's like, God damn it. As soon as he saw this guy, it was like, this man must die.
Yeah.
And it looked like the way things happen when you're, doing a spot with one of your best friends. He beat the shit out of him. He just fucking laid it in.
Which does not happen to Don Callis very often.
No, it does not.
No. So Archer and Cage...
His luck ran out.
Yeah, apparently. Archer and Cage, Brian Cage, I must clarify, run out to make the save, and Kyle Fletcher joins in, and the 2 dudes hold him, and Brian Cage hits right in the diverticulitis with a gut punch.
Yes.
And Will Ospreay makes the save with a chair and chases everyone away. But Omega and Ospreay, they have a tense stare down. They do not shake hands.
He doesn't like the guy, but he's also anti-death.
He's anti-death.
This Will Ospreay.
And also anti-Don Callis.
Yes.
Don Callis and Death are both awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they much like Ricochet,
perhaps equally.
Much like Ricochet and Hangman, they have a common enemy now. They can at least work together. So here's your card for Max Carr.
I will say before you get to that
okay.
This crowd, not a good crowd. I mean, this was Kenny Omega coming back for his first AEW appearance in forever. And they just cheered. It wasn't like the big homecoming. It wasn't the roof wasn't blown off the place. They weren't going crazy for the guy. It was just like, well, there's Kenny. What's he gonna say? And yeah, not his fault. Just crowd was just watching it. It was bizarre, actually.
So the card for Maximum Carnage is Jon Moxley versus Powerhouse Hobbs, Hook versus Cage #1, the Women's Casino Gauntlet match for a title shot in Australia, and Kenny Omega versus Cage #2, that being Brian Cage, obviously. Which sounds like a really good card, in fact. There you go. That was Dynamite. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, not bad.
It was a show.
It had its ups and downs, like all shows.
I had some fun watching that.
Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe.